Facing down William Street here back to the city. To walk past the King's Cross Hotel. It's blowing a gale today. I'll loosely try to follow the same steps as I did last time. So I'll do a couple of loops. Had to switch off the camera back there because there's a bloke going berserk. Still a few adult stores around and a ton of tobacco shops. Potts Point Hotel. Microphone's still working yet? I tell you what, I gotta be honest with you. I actually feel safer walking through the cross at night than I do during the day. Sort of shifty looking characters giving me sideways glances as I come past through the camera. So I might find it a bit more at ease if I come through at the night. At least I can be hidden in the shadows a bit. In the last King's Cross film I did, I actually crossed the road a bit further up and came up on the Alamein Fountain here. I must say it looks much better during the daytime. Last time we came through there was all this seating out here. I think there's a bit of a cafe here, but it looks like it's closed or going under renovation. I'm sure they're all seated here or seated there, so it must be here, must have been here. Definitely the old Bourbon and Beefsteak here is going under some renovation. Look at the old photos. We're going to get these. This is how King's Cross used to look back in the day, back in 1960. There's another shot. We walked past the King's Cross Hotel just before. The old double-decker buses. It's another 1960 shot. Look at that. Look at the amount of cars.
Ça paraît un peu bizarre, mais ça marche bien.
1940, even older, this one. (1916) William Street. Look at that. Wow. (1911) Hotel Victoria. Not sure where that hotel is. Of William and Victoria Streets. Don't think that's around anymore. (1937). We'll walk past there in a minute. That's where the old hotel mansions used to be. The mansions was around for a long time, even in the 90s and early 2000s. It's been turned into I think like a shoe shop or a men's store or something now. There's 1917, back in the ye old days. Kids walking around the back lanes with no shoes on. 1962. Darlinghurst Road, 1965. Kia ora, isn't that the way you greet someone in New Zealand? In New Zealand, kia ora. It's interesting. Here's a picture of that fountain in 1967. (1955) Bayswater Road. See the tram coming through. Love how they put these historical photos up in construction sites around Sydney now. It's awesome. 1954. William Street again. It's crossing over Roslyn Street. Again, I must say, I feel a lot more uneasy walking through here during the day than I do at night. I'll be looking forward to come back in the night where I can hide in the dark. Because there's a lot of camera shy people about. The Backpackers just here. Back in business, the old Backpackers. There used to be a crap load of them in the cross. Tell you what, I'm stinging for a nectar. Now there's an historical site over there. That dark building with all the LED displays on it that aren't lit up. That's the old Porky's strip club. Well, they probably just called it men's entertainment back in the day. And then right next door to it, there's a sign for Dreamgirls. So yeah. So I wonder what's happening with that. I wonder if they're just maintaining it for some sort of historical record, or whether they're going to reopen it under some other business and just keep the signs for tourists. I don't know. There's a few little bars open as we walk along Darlinghurst Road. It's passing by the Omnia Building. It's past a Vietnamese sandwich shop there called Pho Mi. It's tempting. Might keep that in mind. Alright, turning into Bayswater Road now. Dumplings. King's Cross Bakery's seen better days. Here we are coming up to the old Mansions Hotel that we saw in that historical photo. That's it there on the corner. It's become Barry's Menswear now by the looks of it. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think it was Barry's Menswear last time we walked past in the evening, because I made note of the black tiles that are usually indicative of a hotel. And I went in there while it was still a hotel, when it was called Mansions. And it was undergoing a bit of a revival. And that was a long time ago now. The other thing, coming through during the day, you see a lot more. At night, it's really hard. Even though when I do come back at night, I'm going to have a stabilizer that I bought so that I can hopefully get a much better picture. I'm going to turn off the stabilizer on the GoPro and just use the stabilizer stick that I bought. That way I can put the GoPro on the right settings to pick up all the light. Last time, you remember, we went past this nightclub here, and I'm pretty sure it was called something different. Now it's called Levant. I think last time we walked past it was called something else. I'll text over what it was called last time we walked past if I remember. I crossed over here and I made note of that cafe on the corner there. So it'd be a nice spot to stop. Yeah, I've got a feeling that one there, I think it had a neon line for like Eros or something like that, something similar to that name. How much does it cost to park down here? $8. $8 in the old Bayswater parking lot. Dare say that was probably a lot cheaper than back in the day. Have a look at these old terraces now. A lot of them used to have nightclubs inside them. This complex in here definitely had a few nightclubs in it. So even still, since we came through last time, it looks like it's quieting down even more. But we'll get a good comparison of it when I come through in the night. Do I dare have one last skirt through the cross? Here you go then. Hopefully we don't come across anyone that gets the crap through the camera. I hope that was dog dirt that I saw on the footpath. I'm going to have to cross and get away from this noise. Just had to stop and check my shoes, make sure I hadn't walked in it. One thing I do want to do different is I want to walk down this laneway down here, or alleyway that I haven't walked down before. There's the old Showgirls. It's definitely been around for a while. That was there the last video that I did. Certainly a lot of construction going down at this corner. The same block that the Bourbon and Beefsteak was on. But this little laneway, I've never been down here. I want to check it out. It's got a few restaurants and cafes. Actually, this guy that's murmuring at himself, just go past. Yes, it's not bad, this little alleyway. Another bunch of cheeky cafes down here. Guy's still chanting. Quickly skirt up here and get away from him. Head back onto the main road and then I'll call it quits. Alright, back onto the main strip. Alright, I might stop right here on Darlinghurst Road. Thank you for joining us skirt around King's Cross. And look out for the next one I do, which will be back here at night time. The video is over.